So g'day all and welcome to Murder Valley. What's going on here? I've had a bit of an experiment. I'm mucking around with resin casting tonight. I'm making some radars for the police car. The early one here, right? Anyway, so I had to get some other resin casting stuff done because it's just stupid just to get so much out for such a little amount. And something I've always wondered about is whether I can resin cast an original AFX body. Now, I don't know how many people look at different shaped cars, but the original turbo ones are a bit ugly because they're really square and boxy. Even though I love my turbo chassis, the F1 bodies for those are a bit rubbish. And this is a heavily worn SG Plus one. Now these ones look heaps better. I've always hated this stupid flippy thing in the back. But anyway, we were racing on Sunday night, and I've said to the boys about stuff, and I've just put forward a suggestion. Look at that, sorry, there's a bit of silicon there. I put forward a suggestion about what we could run in the way of classes for potentially 2024. And one of the suggestions I put forward was a Super 7. But a Super 7 with an F1 body on it. Now, this is the first pull. This is ugly, right? This is ugly. There's a massive air bubble there. But this is the very, very, very first pull from the mould. So there's a bit of an air bubble there. You know what? Yeah, it needs cleaning up. But guess what? It's ugly. It's the first pull. The first pull's always ugly. And it's old resin, so it's a bit sweaty, but it's a straight cast straight off this. So the Master and the Apprentice, that's what I'm calling it. But you know what? If I can knock these out, if I could knock a few of these out for the guys who are racing over here in Australia, I reckon, I don't know. Look, there's probably needs. Hang on, I'll get it off this. So it needs a bit of a packer under there to make that stronger, right? And it probably needs something at the front here to stiffen up the front to make it so the wings aren't... Because, like, first impact, come on, that's getting smashed, isn't it? So maybe what I do is work on it, recast the front, make it so it sits on this bumper here, right? So make it so the first point of impact that the front of the cone hits that. Maybe it's put a piece of wire... Don't know whether that means in the mould or after the mould. Maybe grind a trench across and put a bit of wire in there to strengthen up and glue it in. I don't know. This is experimental. If you're after your YouTube videos to do reviews on stuff and look at what new cars are, this is not the channel for you. But if you want to watch someone go down the path of experimental trying things and potential failure, this is your channel. I will continue to do things like this. I'd love this to even sit a bit lower. Look, it sits a bit high in the front, doesn't it? It sits a bit high. I'm not really an F1 fan, but I've got my graveyard of different stuff over here. Look at this thing. Butchered. Look, some have got busted wings. See what I mean? Like the front wings on these things are just weak. The rear wings are weak. The front wings are weak. Like this one. I've tried to glue the wing back on, but they're different heights. They're rubbish, absolute rubbish. This is why. Look, this one's completely unbroken and fine. This is why I've had a crack at trying to cast off this one. And it's funny because I've even had a crack at casting it with the movable rear wing in it. And the best thing is, resin cast, paint it up how you want it, glue the wing in the position you want it, that'll strengthen the whole rear end of this thing up, eh? And if I put a spacer under there, that should be heaps better. But anyway, look, these are just early thoughts. I've got another one in the oven now, cooking away. Got another radar in there as well. Because I've got to knock up a couple for 5 radars for Paulie, so I'll be mucking around over the next couple of days, knocking some stuff out just so I can get these radars done. But while I'm here, messing around, and I'll probably end up switching around and putting in some decent resin if this comes out, because this is old crap and it's a bit yellow. But I got some fresh ones there I've got to crack. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see how we go. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you like my content, like and subscribe. So there'll be more of it coming. Thanks for watching, boys.